Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Tom Kenobi channel. And today I will be explaining fully in-depth all 7 lightsaber forms used by the Jedi and the Sith. By the way, this is official canon. So smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, because it really means a lot to me and I'm trying to make it to 1k subs. So let's go, Kenobi crew on the grind. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss any more of my uploads, and so you don't miss my upcoming The Rise of Skywalker Expanded Edition novel series that I will be creating playlists on and uploading soon. I've already done one of those videos. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. It is me doing my review on the novel itself. So without any ado, let's get straight into the video. The Way of the Saber, the 7 forms of lightsaber combat. Form 1, Shi-Cho. When learning lightsaber techniques, a Jedi or a Sith apprentice is trained to recognize all 7 forms of combat. Shi-Cho, also known as Form 1, is the oldest and most elementary form of lightsaber combat developed by the Jedi Order. Shi-Cho is still taught to youngling Jedis because it is the most basic. This style is known to be used when all other forms of combat have failed. Because this form has such early origins, Shi-Cho is not optimized for a lightsaber-to-lightsaber combat and is used predominantly for defense. Form 2, Makashi. Once the Dark Jedi and Sith Lords emerged, Form 1 became outdated and the Jedi needed a combative form that was both offensive and defense, something more equipped for a lightsaber-to-lightsaber contact. At this point, many switched to Makashi form, also known as Form 2 or the Contention form. This form is both graceful and calculated, relying on balance and complicated footwork to outsmart their opponent. In the Makashi form, opponents use only one hand, and with this form, the user is usually able to disarm their opponent without killing them. Form 3, Soresu. As intergalactic combat changed and blasters became more relevant, the Makashi form of fighting soon became obsolete. Unlike Shi-Cho, which is still used by Jedi, Form 3, also known as Soresu or the Way of the Mynock, replaced Makashi, Form 2. This form is known to be the most resilient and the ultimate expression of the non-aggressive Jedi philosophy. Obi-Wan Kenobi, a master of Soresu, was said to be able to block any strike and able to move less than 20 hits per second. Another key reason why this method became so prominent was for its defensive tactics. A Jedi needs to be able to protect themselves from all sides, and Soresu is the perfect tactic to not only combat in a duel but to deflect any potential shots coming at the fighter. Although many Jedi fighters use Soresu, Luke Skywalker proved himself excellent at this technique while fending off scout troopers on Endor. Form 4, Ataru. As lightsaber wielders started becoming more skilled and powerful in the Force, Form 4, also known as Ataru or the Aggression form, grew in prominence. Ataru fighting techniques date back through the Old Republic and even were employed during the Mandalorian Wars. Due to its aggressive nature, Ataru became the favoured combat style for many Sith, and is marked as the second most kinetically active combat form aside from Form 7. Much of the Ataru style is affected by how skilled the fighter is with the Force, seeing as it heavily relies on the use of Force-assisted acrobatics. Like Makashi, Form 2, Ataru is most useful in one-on-one lightsaber combat. Relying on a compilation of speed, agility, and strength, practitioners of this form are combating on the offensive. Before the fall of the Old Republic, both Yoda and Qui-Gon Jinn were some of the most skilled Jedi in using Form 4. In Revenge of the Sith, Yoda displays his excellence in using the Ataru combating style while fighting Darth Sidious. Ataru is not a fighting method that can or should be used by novices of the Force. It is a lightsaber tactic that requires detailed Force knowledge and can only be employed by those who can become one with the Force, allowing the Force to flow through them freely. Form 5, Shine and Gem So. When observing Form 5 of lightsaber combat, a good opponent will be able to recognize the 2 principal disciplines of Shine and Gem So. Form 5 evolved from Form 3 as a method to not only defend oneself, but also give the fighter an opportunity to be on the offensive. Shine, the classical variant of Form 5, is mainly used in combat that takes place at a distance, like deflecting shots from a blaster. On the other hand, Gem So was specially designed for a lightsaber to lightsaber combat. The underlying factor in both Shine and Gem So is to use your opponent's attacks against them in a counter-strike. Like many lightsaber forms, this one is used by both Sith and Jedi alike, although some Jedi felt that the aggression used in this form was not faithful to the Jedi way. Many large lightsaber wielding individuals prefer to use Form 5 because it relies less on acrobatics than some of the other offensive forms. Form 6, Niemann. Form 6, also referred to as Niemann or the Way of the Rancor, was developed in order to combine many of the previous forms into one, centralized fighting technique. In merging the previous forms, Form 6 became the first form that did not have a signature fighting technique, but also the first form that did not have a particular weakness. Because of the lack of specialization to this method, when training in the Niemann form, lightsaber wielders usually accompany this form of combat with force-based combat. Form 7, Juyo or Varpad. Finally, the 7th form of lightsaber combat emerged and was referred to as either Juyo or Varpad, or Form 7. Form 7 is the last known form of lightsaber combat and is known to be the most aggressive. Jedi Master Mace Windu is the main Jedi known to use this form of combat because Form 7 is the most aggressive and only the most force-sensitive individuals can execute this form successfully. When Master Windu fought Darth Sidious, he used Form 7 and took the upper hand in the fight. Once Master Windu disarmed Sidious, he was given the opportunity to take out this powerful Sith, but knew it was not the Jedi way to murder an armed fighter. Master Windu's immense force knowledge and lightsaber skills allowed him to disarm the most dangerous man in the galaxy. It was not Windu's fighting skills, but devotion to honor the Jedi way that led him to his death. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed all 7. Sorry, that's my message ringtone. Right on cue there. Anyway, I'll go again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video of all 7 lightsaber forms, fully explained, in-depth explanation. Of course, it is canon. So, subscribe, hit the notification bell down below. Like I said before, smash the like button. And until next time, may the force be with you, always.